Hey, it's Johan, the GM for Yugioh Lessons. And you may be looking at this channel, and you may notice it's been 2 to 3 months since we last did a session. Well, there are reasons for that. Mainly because this session, session 29, as you can see here with this thumbnail, um, was literally gonna go up like the next week, but we had a recording issue where it didn't record my audio, so you could only hear our lovely players and not the somewhat okay GM who does his best. Um, so yeah, I tried making a little update video, kind of like recap, kind of like what I'm doing right now, but that didn't go so well, and with all that kind of stuff, it was like really stressful. And when we were doing the session 30, I wasn't really feeling it and like couldn't put my all to the game, so we decided to like postpone it, and then afterwards we decided to like, yeah, let's just take a break for a bit. And now I'm finally working on this uh, recap slash update, and hopefully it should turn out well. And since I cannot talk by myself, I actually have someone to help me with the recap. Um, you
Hello,
also known as Hikari. Hi, Hikari. Thank you for volunteering
hello.
to help me.
I kinda had to, or else you wouldn't gotten stuff done.
To be fair, I had like 30, 60 different takes of me trying to do this by myself. And it's like,
That's why I said. That's why I said I had to be here, or else you wouldn't have gotten anything done.
yeah,
But yes,
like
hello.
you're my better half, the more
I
responsible.
am.
Yes, you are.
Um, but ye,
He.
um, since it's been like 2 months, like Johan said, some things may be fuzzy.
Yeah, Fuzzy.
But a general thing that happened was it was the tournament, from what I remember.
Yeah,
Um,
we were.
I don't remember who exactly won. I don't remember a lot before the Udell duel. So Johan, can you say, say who a quick thing of who won and who lost?
Of course. Uh, well, because we were last time in the tournament. We were in basically the round two of the tournament. Actually, was it round three? Either way,
Um,
like Udell
hmm,
has won her. Like in the previous one, Udell was the only one who advanced out the brackets. The other two weren't so fortunate to advance up. But hey, Udell got up, and this one she was actually fighting against. Let's see here. Let me get my notes. I actually written something up for this.
why didn't you have this up when we said we were gonna start recording?
Well, you see, as you can see from my 80 attempts, I'm not the most prepared. But yeah, they Udell was gonna fight her fellow Slippery student Yagi. I'm probably gonna put a picture up here since I don't think anyone remembers the face claims. But
Oh, yeah, so you're gonna be editing this?
sadly, yes, I can't just be like what I normally do is like, that's perfect.
My goodness. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
this is such a great recap. But
So yeah, so back to the recap part of the recap.
she ended up like fight dueling her, and she did end up winning very easily. In fact, Yagi actually ended up surrendering because he was like, nah, yeah, I don't think I can do this.
He or she, because you kind of mixed
It,
up a lot of them.
oh, it's a he. He has like the hat,
Yeah.
and he's kind of shy, kind of like Yumaka, but not Yumaka.
Boy Mika.
The boy.
But it's
Um,
hat. Is Yumika if they had a hat?
hmm,
The hat changes a lot of things, you see.
yeah, and with the last match of that thing being like being Sabrina versus Tia, and Sabrina being the fan favorite who wins with her amazing performer pals who has been crushing every opponent so far, ready to fight Udell with a against her and have like a rematch essentially, ended up losing to Tia because of her worm monsters mainly to the various effects of like the Tenya spirits, and because of that, she wasn't able to win. She did do have like a Sabina did have like a puff like the no fair that's not supposed to happen. Let's do it again. No, I didn't lose. We just have to do it again. And was escorted out after her tantrum. And
Mm.
then afterwards, they had like a little lunch break thing to prepare. Udell now realizing, oh fuck, I have to go fight this person now instead of like the person who she was thinking was going to fight. So the tensions there are high. But during that lunchtime, you we actually switching to Yumaka and Yugami, who did something while that was happening. What did you guys do again, Hikari?
Um, well, since we were separated from our friend Shirai, we we didn't really realize since we were preoccupied with all the nonsense that was happening, we went to go back and get her. Or she was acting kind of funny, but it's Shirai, so it was fine. So we brought her back,
Yeah.
and and apparently, Sayuri, the girl who is helping Yumiko with her booth, sold a, sold a lot of stuff. Sold a lot of products, or food, I guess.
She even sold an
'Cause
entire cake to Yugami, and apparently ate most of
hmm,
it. I
you, you got me most of it. She was a good employee, Johan. You're misremembering.
No, she was.
But yeah,
She like sold a bit. Yeah, and she also sold a cake to Yugami because in my notes I actually had that in my notes. Yugami eating a mini cake, so I want to bring it up.
he
Yeah. Um.
and but that not a lot happened after that. Oh no, Udell went and bought some
Yeah.
went and bought some cards during the break.
She bought
But from
reindeer.
what Johan said, he doesn't want to say those, so those
Yeah.
aren't gonna be a secret
She bought some food.
until next session where Oracle's most likely gonna brag about them. So, or not, we may tell her not to, but
I
who
don't know.
knows?
We'll see. I
Ooh,
can't stop
spooky
Oracle.
mystery.
Do you think I can stop Oracle? I'd
Um,
lie. Yeah, she mainly bought like
mm,
more deals that she mainly bought the fusion packs, and she able to get a special fusion monster. That's gonna hype up the expense. And you guys also did mention like when you saw Shilla, you kind of told her like what happened to you guys, and you even showed her Sangan, and she's like, oh yeah, Sangan, yes. As
ah, yes.
you guys went on to cheer on Udell
Mm,
as she went against Tia and her war monsters. At the start of the duel was valiant against
where,
Udell. Like
mm,
there were worms swarming the field. They will like fight a lot of like what Udell was like sending out, but and she was really close, like really close. However, she was able to turn it around by summoning Thunder Kid. That's
mm.
I'm not actually joking. That Thunder Kid actually was very crucial. She did also have Lightning Vortex,
The thundery boy.
which destroyed all her opponent's monsters, and with the Thunder Kid, she clipped into the United We Stand,
Mm,
like bringing his power up,
what,
getting him ready to able to help out.
mm,
Another detail
um,
that oh, did you want to say something first?
I'm just gonna add more to that.
Mm,
Because the duel is very back and forth with being able to hold herself off. I remember, from what I remember, the life points weren't going down a lot,
mm,
but was losing card after card. And, that was when Thunder Kid was able to. Uh, uh, that's when Thunder Kid was able to help protect because she actually that was a monster she could bring out while equipping it with some spell cards to hold her out for a few.
mm.
And her opponent, I forget the name, I'm sorry, Johan,
Her name is
I couldn't. Is what?
Tia. T I T I A.
Tia. she was very disgusted at Thunder Kid, and for who knows what reason, he's a very good thundery boy. He goes to school. He has a backpack, and he eat his healthy snacks.
He also does taxes.
But oh no,
Yeah, like
but yes, so Thunder Kid, with the power of his Thunder Kid powers, was able to defend Yugioh. Wasn't able to get any hits from what I remember, but was at least able to keep her from being destroyed. With helps from other cards from what I remember. But I don't think she had. I think it was mainly spells and traps at that point.
Tourniquet did have enough attack to like do some damage, but it was like I remember at one point it was like okay, these two are like even Steven kind of thing.
He, but it was a really great duel for Yudel. Oh, but but sadly, Tia had something up her sleeve. She had multiple things up her sleeve, but using the power of what Oasis Girl would call, well, Udel's number one ace card, the bringer of lightning, and when it roars you can hear it across miles. Those two beasts formed to become one, and her twin-headed thunder dragon, and was summoned to the field and able to help her and defend and attack, which eventually, after a turn or two of it and Thunderkid's combined attack, was able to win her the duel.
Yeah, much to the surprise of Oracle. Yeah, and afterwards Tia went to like congratulate her and like wish her luck the tournament. Like there was a bit of frustration, like I lost, but like good luck in the tournament. I hope you the best. As she walked
Mhm.
off the stage, I don't remember if it was gracefully. And then the rest of the match went on.
The rest of the tournament
Yeah,
went on.
yeah, yeah. That's the tournament, but like basically the matches in the round with the
Yeah, yes,
highlights
but like you
being.
wouldn't say matches.
I mean,
Well, you wouldn't say match.
oh, you say match, not
You'd
match.
say turn. You, no, because how you said it, you said it, then the rest of the match went on, implying
I
the
said
same match that was
like
happening.
matches, like the ES.
Well, it sounded anyhow.
Anyways, yeah, with the like highlights being Len, the guy who was able to win. Well, he got to the next stage by default, fought against fought against Charlie, the dinosaur duelist, who ended up selecting the duel. With Oasis girl making a comment about everyone she's about him not really having to win the duels, mainly because he's been winning by defaults and such. And it is and like some people were able to like take note that she seemed kind of out of it when dueling. And then they have the and another one was Leonardo, the really arrogant kind of guy who was like, "Yeah, see, I can win with my awesome cards." Who then again showed off his arrogance by winning fairly easily against the opponent and making Lamarck with it, which I cannot remember off the top of my head. And always girl also giving Lamarck. Another thing that happened this session was always girl giving a lot of Lamarcks, which I cannot remember and are now technically lost to time. Huh.
She was explaining how amazing the duels were, how fantastical their attacks, their strategy is, how well they drew cardboard out of their overly priced arm blades.
He. And last of not least, Alex, who fought against LD, quick refresher. Alex is the guy who seems to be like winning his duels, but barely like on the edge, like I almost lost. Good thing I got this card. Like I almost lost, but good thing I got lucky. Fighting LD, the girl who fought Yumaka and won on earlier on tournament.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, sorry, not Yumaka, Saima. I'm so sorry. It's been 2 months. I'm so sorry.
How can you ever get those two confused, Johan? That's so stupid.
I mean, I saw an orange and an apple, and I'm like, huh, which one's which?
Shake my head, shake my head.
Well, yeah, they end up fighting in a duel that seemed very even, very close, but Alex was able to win against her, even remarking that the only reason he really won was because he was lucky. Like that's the whole reason he won. And that statement seemed to kind of like anger her, so she kind of like went off and walked away, kind of like mad. And with all that ending, we're gonna be starting the next session, doing some more tournament stuff. There's gonna be two more rounds. It's gonna be Udell versus Alex, and who knows? Will he win on like the edge of his thing again, or will Udell, being the underdog slash superstar, win this duel and get to the finals and win the coveted prize of the tournament? Tune in next time in Yu-Gi-Oh! Lessons, Session 30, coming soon, hopefully.
To a theater near you.
Da-da-da!
But no theater, so you have to use like Netflix or like HBO. It's coming to you on YouTube
And before we
because we don't stream games.
before before we do end this, I also want to say sorry for taking so long to like do this and basically just get this whole thing sorted out. Everything should be fine now. We should have the session as soon as we can, and hopefully everything will go smoothly. I also want to say thank you for for still supporting us despite all of this as well. Like I know if it's like
Mhm.
it's been like 2 months, some people might have dropped off or like you know, I wouldn't blame you guys because like 2 months if 2 months, who knows, I might this might have been like canceled or something, but I'm really glad that so like you guys take the time out of your day to go watch it and support us. Thank you again for all this and thank you for being patient with us. This is Johan and Hikari, where thank you for watching and we're signing off.